94% of fatal vehicle crashes are human error. 1.35 million people die each year globally in them, and autonomy could reduce deaths by over 90%. Although we have made cars safer than ever with seatbelts, airbags, and other technologies, the advent of smartphones has taken distraction to a new level. It is time we stopped living in the dark ages and moved into a new era of safety and convenience, where driving is no longer something that detracts usable time from our day. Soon we will be able to watch shows, play games, or work on projects, much like those with chauffeurs already do. Costs reduced. They drive more efficiently, there are no parking fees or tickets, and you could earn money whilst you are not even using it. Ride sharing will be cheaper than even owning a vehicle. Time saved. Traffic congestion is everywhere. Okay, almost. Look at this. The worst place is Bogota in Colombia, with an enormous 191 hours lost each year to congestion. Nearer to home, Rome in Italy was 6th with 166 hours. Paris in France was 7th with 165, London in England came in at 8th, and Boston in the USA at 9th, both with 149 hours. Indeed, we create problems even when there are none. The phantom jam is where human drivers naturally create stop-and-go traffic, even in the absence of bottlenecks, lane changes, merges, or other disruptions. It causes a quarter of all accidents. Experiments have demonstrated that having even just 5% of cars autonomous would produce significant improvements in traffic flow. As autonomous ride-sharing reduces the need for personal transport, the streets lined with vehicles will disappear, increasing the road space available to be used and reducing bottlenecks even further. It has been projected that motorway capacity could double and top speeds be increased. There is also a technique called platooning that is being trialled as well. This allows lorries to drive incredibly close to each other, all controlled by the lead vehicle. This not only increases the capacity by saving the physical road space, but the aerodynamic benefits would also provide massive savings in fuel and money. This cheaper transportation of goods will allow even lower prices to the end consumer. The savings to lives and bank balances could be enormous, with lower insurance premiums, if we even bother to own a vehicle, and incalculable benefits in increased productivity for people and businesses and countries as a whole. Air pollution will be decreased. The majority, if not all, of the autonomous vehicles will be electric, and they will be clean and hopefully being charged with renewable energy. But just a small percentage of autonomous vehicles would also benefit all the ICE vehicles as well. They will be driving along much swifter, safer, and polluting less, and they haven't had to do a thing. The whole system just benefits. Oh, and with less braking and accelerating and stop-start driving, this will also mean the ICE cars that still have to be serviced extensively every year, unlike their electric counterparts, will have lower servicing costs and fewer breakdowns through access to more steady driving experiences. Additionally, the car's driving efficiency can be improved by up to 10% due to accelerating and decelerating more smoothly than a human driver. It is forecast that even a small percentage of autonomous vehicles on the road can reduce the total fuel consumption overall by up to 40%. This could have a very immediate effect on our quality of life and our air quality. Okay, so these have all been the benefits of autonomy on our business as usual way of doing things. And they are great, it has to be admitted. But I do not think that this decade will move in the same direction. So let's have a look at Robotaxis. The waiting time for a cab will come down from an average of 5 minutes today to just 36 seconds in certain locations, a speed that seems almost unbelievable. And the cost of a ride too will come down to maybe just 50 pence per mile in an electric driverless car, even cheaper than a bus is now. It has been estimated that if everybody uses autonomous vehicles and ride sharing, we could do away with 80% of the cars that we need, and that would still be enough to get everyone to work in the rush hour. And this is data from before 2020. If working from home continues to be a thing for so many, we could probably get away with even less. Lowering the cost of short hop transportation will open up services, facilities, and centralised transportation hubs to those who would previously have been unable to afford taxis. Even just having cheap transport to your doctor could bring so much peace of mind, especially with an ageing population. So if we take this one step further down the path, how about land use? Now, we only have 20 or 30% of the cars on the road that there are today, and those cars are always busy and do not require parking. Houses do not require driveways and garages, as you do not own a car. That space can be used for something other than storing a lump of metal. Streets and pavements are free of parked vehicles, making local environments more pleasant and safer. All the city centre and out-of-town car parks are no longer needed. The land can be used for housing or returned to natural green spaces for us all to enjoy. In any city, about 1/3 of its land use is dedicated to parking cars. Study after study show the benefits of nature in cities, so let's bring it back. More land coming onto the market could lower prices, making housing cheaper and open up small business opportunities for local entertainment. Which brings us nicely onto hospitality. Imagine a future where we will not have to worry about every social event needing a sober driver or a large taxi fare. Additionally, there are no concerns over parking when you get there. And think of the convenience when friends and large groups can all have their rides synced so that everybody arrives at the front door together. Transport that is quick, easy, cheap, and coordinated. What a future. So have I missed anything out? Leave a comment with your insights.